Hello, Chris Gray here, and in this video I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing this high-definition antenna made by a company called 1x1. It's their Shiny Antenna series, and it's a super thin antenna with a 50-mile range, and it has I believe a 20 decibel amplifier that comes in the kit. So if you're thinking about cutting the cable and trying to get some local channels, this would be a great way to do it. We're going to test it and see how many channels I get, and from what I understand, the high definition over-the-air signal looks better than high definition cable boxes. So there's a couple of different ways the company says you can hook this up to your TV. One is by connecting right to the TV, which I'm going to show you on the TV behind me. Another way is to connect to an actual digital set-top box. So let's look at some of the stuff that comes in the packaging. Here we have, this is the booster, or the amplifier. You would basically plug in a power cable which is supplied and would plug into a wall, and here is a regular coaxial cable that would plug into your TV, and this way you can get an amplified signal. The only way you would need this is if you're having a hard time picking up a signal, depending on the distance you are from an antenna or from a high definition over-the-air source. Next we have the power cable for the amplifier. It's a USB to a male end power connection, and it also comes with a wall adapter to change the power over from AC to DC, so you can plug this in using the USB connector. Okay, so next we have the actual antenna wrapped in plastic. Let me take some of this plastic off. This is the Shiny series, so I guess it's supposed to have like a shiny appearance. It also has these 3M tape stickers so that you can stick the antenna to a wall or to a window. There's also, you can actually buy an accessory where it'll hold the antenna, and you could actually put it on your entertainment area, or you could put it on a desk, more for like a stand. Also included in this kit are some instructions and some information. Now normally I just throw them off to the side, but these instructions seem to have some pretty useful information inside. It gives you an idea of how you can install said antenna. On the back of your TV, it may be slightly different, but you should have a coax cable input, just like if you were going to plug in a cable box into. Well, same thing goes for this TV. We're going to be plugging in this cable, this coaxial cable, from the antenna into this port right here, which is a antenna cable input. Okay, everybody's TV setup is going to be slightly different in their menu section. So what I did was I turned my input to the antenna and cable. What you normally would do is hit menu, or you would hit, there might be a menu button on your controller, and as you can see right there, the first option is antenna cable. I'm going to select that, and that brings me to this noisy looking staticky screen. Now from here I'm going to go into my menu, I'm going to installation, and like I said, your TV is going to be slightly different, and I'm going to scroll down to where it says channel tuning, and yours may say channel scan, and I'm going to select antenna over here and let the auto tuning commence. Now what's going to happen is the TV is going to scan and look for a bunch of different channels. Alright, so the antenna had found 28 different channels that I can use. What's cool about my TV is as I go into different channels, it'll show me the signal strength. It'll also tell me what the aspect ratio is and whether it's 1080p or 480i. So I went back into my settings and I scanned for channels one more time with the antenna closer to a window. I actually put it in the window, facing outwards. And when I rescanned, I was actually able to get even more channels. So I got like 52 channels. If you move the antenna to a better location, to an outside wall, and ideally to a window or even outside, although if you do use, this is an indoor version, so you might want to keep it like on the inside of the window. They do make outdoor versions as well.
Today we will answer 4 frequently asked questions for Best Choice Products HD TV Rotary Remote Outdoor Amplified Antenna. Before beginning, click the link in the description below to access the Federal Communications Commission's website to determine the signal reception for your area. Simply enter your location into the website and you will know if the coverage for TV stations are strong, moderate, weak, or without signal. Our first question is, why is the antenna not rotating? Begin by turning off the power supply box for a few minutes, then turn on the power supply box to check if the antenna now rotates. Make sure that both the red light on the antenna and the power supply box are both on. And if only one is on, then there is a problem either with the power supply box or the antenna for the coaxial RG6 grade cable. For the best results, use a continuous cable without splitters and with a length of no longer than 150 feet. Another frequently asked question is, the antenna is not getting channels that a neighbor is able to receive when pointed in the same direction. Why is this? First, it is important and recommended that the antenna be raised 30 feet above the ground for optimal results. The antenna is able to pick up signal for approximately 150 miles, but if anything is blocking the line of sight of the broadcast tower, this will inhibit the amount of channels available. Things such as trees, buildings, or mountains, for example. Additionally, the television itself may not pick up HD channels if it is an older analog television. If an older television is using an HD TV antenna, it will require a converter box to pick up HD channels. A third question is, how do you search for channels without losing the first channels already found? The television menu will typically provide a save option to store channels already found. Each television has its own particular method for scanning to search for signals. And so if there are particular channels that are sought, begin by entering the channel into the television. Next, rotate the antenna with either the remote or the button on the power control unit until the rotor motor stops. On the television menu, begin a scanning search until it is able to pick up the channel. If the channel you are searching for is still not found, check online at fcc.gov, link in the description, to know if the channel sought is available in your area. Our final question is, how can I hook up two televisions to the HD TV rotor motor antenna? To install a connection for two televisions will require an additional coaxial RG6 grade cable that will connect to the TV2 outlet. Best Choice Products HD TV rotor motor amplified antenna supplies only one cable, so additional cable will have to be purchased for this second television. Once the additional cable is acquired, simply connect it to the TV2 outlet in the power supply box and to the television. Both the power and the signal for rotating and scanning the antenna is supplied through the coaxial cable, and so splitting this cable will lower the power and signal connection to your television.